Hello and welcome back to another episode of KBH News. Today we will be presenting to you, live and in real time, just a glimpse of what's been happening here at Gallaudet University. There's a lot that has happened over the past few days, so let's do a quick recap. Anyways, today we're wondering if you could help us dive a little bit deeper. So I'm going to hand it over to Kelsey.
Today we will be discussing the fourth day of Deaf President Now, or the DPN protest as some of us know it. We will be discussing some of the issues that have been brought to our attention and through about what really happened on the fourth day of the Deaf President protest. We will be back after the break.
Have you ever had Siri or Google not work? Have you ever been super curious about something but your phone's dead? Have you ever tried to look something up but your Safari's freezing? Well, here, for a limited time only,
we're offering a special deal. Get not one, but 2 Alexas for free. Here's the catch. They're wrapped in duct tape and glued shut with super glue, and one of them is a real one. It's your job to figure out which one is the fake one within 1 hour, or we come and collect both of them.
If game's on, call us at 885-923-8935 or email us at alexa501free@gmail.com. Welcome back from the break. Let's continue the segment on the fourth day of DPN, Wednesday, March 9th, 1988.
The day began with an early morning meeting between a small group of Gallaudet students and representatives. David Bonyor of Michigan and Stephen Gunderson of Wisconsin, both university trustees. 2 congressmen and 1 senator are regularly appointed to serve on the university board. Also on the board at this time was Senator Daniel of Hawaii. The day before, Bonyor contacted Jack Gannon, the director of university's alumni association, and requested the meeting. Another attendee was Hillbrook, president of the student body government. About the same time Elizabeth Zinner arrived in Washington, D.C., she had agreed to beginning her presidency early and felt that the presence would help bring the protests to a close. One of the first things she did was to meet with King Jordan in the offices, one of the public relations firm working on behalf of the board trustees. Together the two then went to meet the four students' leaders, who urged Zinner to step down. Back to you, Haley.
Thank you, Kelsey. She refused. Zinner and Jordan then went to the National Press Club, where Spillman had just begun a press conference. At this press conference, Jordan publicly announced his endorsement and support for Zinser. Meanwhile, the facility of the university and of pre-college, along with staff people, met to decide whether they supported this now student-led protest. There were some dissensions and oppositions in faculty meeting, but in the end, the votes are in, both in the faculty and staff meetings, resulted in complete support of the protest. At 4 p.m., Zinser and Spillman met with Bonyor and Gunderson. Obviously, the congressmen's meeting earlier with Gannon and the others had influenced them greatly, as both men urged Zinser to resign. That evening, Bonyor publicly announced his support of the protesters throughout the day. Reporters and supporters flocked to Gallaudet's campus. The late Mitch Steidner, then director of the Community for Creative Nonviolence, came to lend his support. But enough about that. I'm sure you are all ready to put a name to the face of the woman who seemed to be the villain in this story. So without further ado, here is President Elizabeth Zinser. But I'm sure you all are ready to put a face to the name of the woman who seems to be the villain of this story. So, without further ado, here is President Elizabeth Zinser. Hello, and welcome to KBH News. We just wanted to ask you a couple of questions. First one, why do you feel you should start your presidency early?
I feel like I need to start my presidency early because I feel once I am in office, the students will then realize that there is no fighting this and that I am a new president and will support them with what needs they have.
So how do you feel about the students feeling like you don't care about them because you don't want them to learn sign language, or do anything else that proves you care about them or want to support them, because you can say those things but actions speak louder than words?
I feel that even though I have an interpreter, I can still communicate with the students and get a feel for what their needs are, and then I can help them with anything they need, and I can provide them with any needs they have.
Why do you feel you should continue your presidency or even begin your presidency when none of the students would like you to be their president, and instead they feel like somebody who is deaf and will actually understand their needs and feelings should be their president for them?
I feel I should be the president because I can give the students what they need, and I feel that I will succeed in the presidency and that I will strive with this new community and the press. The press really enjoyed having conversations with me and thought that I would be the best fit, and that is why they voted for me, and that is why I think I should be the president.
Thank you, that's all for today. Hi, welcome back to KBH News. We're back with the President, Elizabeth Zinser, and she just wanted to say her piece about the pros and cons of this protest, the Deaf President Now protest. So, President Elizabeth Zinser, what are your thoughts and feelings about this situation?
I feel the pros are that I'm going to be the new president, and I feel that I will succeed very well in this new position, and I feel that the other pro is that I will make new benefits for the deaf. The cons are that they have slashed our tires, locked the doors, and will not accept me as their president.
Well, I feel like as far as that goes, have been stating for a while now that they want a deaf president, and then for there to be a hearing president again and again, it has to be very hard for them. And like, if you knew you were going out for that position, you should have tried at least to learn a little bit of sign language, because even when after this we're going to do an interview with you and the students, and I feel like you are not going to be able to communicate with them unless you have your interpreter, and as the president, you should be able to care for them and make changes and actually want to learn sign language for them, for the benefit of them.
I do feel like I do need to learn sign, and I am slowly learning, but I am not fully in sign yet.
As great as that is, you have not tried to even made any effort as far as the public eye can see that you're trying to learn sign. So what are some things we can see from you in the future? Are you going to resign? Are you going to start your presidency early? What is your future plans? Because the people are wondering.
I think I will start my presidency early, and I want to get into office as fast as I can so I can help with everything I can, and I think that I will be fluent in sign soon enough.
Okay, thank you. We'll be back with more tomorrow. Hi, and welcome back to KBH News. Today we will be discussing the pros and cons of Deaf President Now, or DPN protest. Kelsey, would you like to state some of the cons?
Well, so some of the cons are that the president doesn't know sign language, but she thinks that her interpreter can do it all.
I agree with that, and also when she says that she cares about them and she wants them to she feels as though when she becomes president that her presence will fix everything.
And
she seems a little bit arrogant to me.
Yeah, and how she wants to help them, but her actions aren't speaking as loud as she needs.
Yeah, she says, "Oh yeah, I care about you guys," and then she doesn't learn sign language.
Or I want to do this for you, and then
Going back to the protest itself, I feel like some of the cons were that they slashed the tires, they barricaded the entrances and exits, And a bunch of other things that really stuck out to us was that there were people who were upset by the protests, but not what caused them.
Hi, I'm Olivia, and this is Aurora, and we're here to talk to you about why you should own a pig. For one, they're fat, adorable, cuddly, cute, sweet, small. They take up a very small space. And if you like being a big back, this is the perfect animal for you. Oink oink.
Anyways, today we're wondering if you could help us dive a little bit deeper. So I'm going to hand it over to Kelsey.
Today we will be discussing the fourth day of Deaf President Now, or the DPN protest as some of us know it. We will be discussing some of the issues that have been brought to our attention and through about what really happened on the fourth day of the Deaf President protest.
Okay.
Okay, I like
You feel what the fudge? The students feeling like. So, without further ado,
Doing.